I'm back and I'm better. The king is back. And I feel better than ever before. I tell you what. We back! The king is back. Now I'm not trying to be all egotistical about it, okay? I just made a parallel with that motherfucking doctors in the chair. And me and Winston in pain. Me being scrushed over in pain. That was not. But hey, we back. You know what I'm saying? I be back and I feel good. I feel great. I feel better. And I can't wait. I seriously could not have waited, bro. Like, I just, man. I feel so good today. Today, it feels so good. Get out! Get out! Get out! Yo, what's going on, Jason? What's going on? I'm back, aren't I? That boy Noctis Lucius Calum. That's me, bro. I'm back. I was Winston in pain in the future, but I'm back in the past. You know what I'm saying? I returned and shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to play that shit. I need to play that shit on the channel, bro. I fucking love that game. It's been so long since I played that game. Bro said he feels good today. I feel good today. Because a couple days ago, hell, fuck no, man. Oh my gosh, bro. It was a minute, man. It took the life of me to not want to do a pod, but I knew I had to wait till I was like near 100% okay before I could get another pod up and running. Cause man, shit just happens, bro. Marble Rose is released at 7 p.m. today. That was today. They took that from me. They took that from me today. Yo, I'm definitely down to play that shit. But I don't know. Like I said, the stars got aligned to perfectly. You know what? Should I stream that shit? I might just play that shit on my channel. The only reason I don't stream Overwatch is that's on my brother's account. So it's just like, I mean, I might just, who knows? But it really just depends. It really just depends. But man, I tell you, I just be going in and out of hospitals, bro. It's not even a joke at this point. It's just a fact of life. It's a reality. Bro said the goat is here. Y'all can release it now. Do it now. Release it now. He's like, he's okay. He's okay to stream. We can do it in the pod. Do it now. We're gonna go in the pod. We're gonna go straight to that motherfucking Galactus. Beat the shit out that motherfucker. Yeah. But they gonna get the escape pod to beat Galactus. Persona on Galactus, motherfucker, Persona on the Celestials, you know what I'm saying? Arsene, the pillager of Twilight on the goddamn Celestials. Oh my gosh. Rod, the boy Rod is back. Yes, I am back. What's going on, Pancake? You have changed your shit to Link now, which is crazy, but hey. It is what it is, you know? Link is cool. I fucks with Link. I played Breath of the Wild. My favorite game was, I gotta say, my favorite Legend of Zelda game is, Phantom Hourglass, I think. I think Phantom Hourglass. Right next to Spirit Tracks, but no, Wind Waker's gotta be up there too. Okay, it's Phantom Hourglass, Wind Waker, Spirit Tracks, and then I'm gonna say, like, I don't know, Breath of the Wild, yeah, I could put that in there. I just finished Twilight Princess. Oh, you know the crazy thing about Twilight Princess? Is that Twilight Princess is the only game that it was blocked because you needed a specific Wiimote to play that shit. You need like the Motion Sensor Plus, bro. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all old enough for that shit? That's Motion Sensor Plus, bro. I was like, man, I want to play this new Zelda game. But there was like, nah, I need the Wiimote Sensor Plus shit. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, man. I'm fucking with Majora's Mask. I never played Majora's Mask. I played Ocarina of Time to a certain point, but then my emulator just completely wanted to explode and not work anymore. But yeah. So what's going on, Potato? What's going on, Potato? We're back. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's been a long time. And I think it was you specifically. You were asking like, man, it's been so long since stream. Like, soon, Potato, soon. And it has been soon. It's been like 1 or 2 days since you commented that. So hey, I do what I can. I'm a miracle worker, I suppose. But you know, but here's the thing, right? I actually could have streamed yesterday, but the thing is like I felt okay enough to stream yesterday, but the problem with that was like my grandma's here and she wanted to like celebrate a little bit because I was feeling better, so she wanted to go eat out somewhere so we could just all like celebrate. And I could have really made. I had the decision on the table where I was like, all right, look, technically I have class today, but I don't because my classes are finished. I just finished with my semester. My classes are finished, but I pretend like I still got classes till like a week or so ago, so I can have the opportunity to stream, so that I can have an excuse and like when they are gonna leave somewhere, I'm like, oh no, I gotta do my project, or no, I got class today, so they can go do somewhere, while I, take the opportunity to stream. That's exactly what I'm doing today. They said like, oh yeah, we're gonna go Christmas shopping. You want to come? I'm like, nah, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta do my class and everything like that. So that's exactly what I'm doing today. I just fill out with excuses. So that's what I'm doing. And I could have done that yesterday, but I was like, you know what? My grandma, she really wanted me to be there. It's like, oh, like such a shame. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that, bro. I'm gonna go. Like, I mean, for as much as I love the Escape Pod, I love all y'all in the pod, but family for me is the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? And to me, especially when it's related to like the older generation, like my grandparents, because I need to spend as much time with them I can as possible. I need to cater to them as possible because they deserve the best life possible. Because that's no less than they deserve. That's family right there. And I feel like if I sacrifice spending time with my family, my grandma, to do this pod, somewhere down the line I could foresee myself blaming myself that like if when she passes away, and I'm gonna be like, dang, I could have spent that time with her, but instead I want to do the pod. I'll tell you what, bro, the pod don't leave, bro. The pod ain't going nowhere, bro. I got 3 constants in life, and I'll say it once and I'll say it again: family, friends, and YouTube. The pod, the Escape Pod. Those are the 3 constants in my life. Okay, so the pod ain't going nowhere. But family and friends, everything's on a timer. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. So I hope y'all can understand that. Like I need to prioritize my family first. And as a matter of fact, I don't even care if you guys understand or not. That is my life. My family and friends always come before this stuff. Yo, grandma on stream. Y'all said what happened to you, Roddy Funny. Yeah, I was gonna wait till more people got here so I can explain. So that's why I was like kind of like just talking over right now. But I'll explain it right now. 4 people, that's great. Dom Toretto, the family. Pretty much. I'm actually at my grandma's house right now. That's fucking crazy. Jason. Real shit. Spend time with your loved ones. Real shit. I hope you guys spend time with your loved ones on Thanksgiving. Or I mean, if you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving because y'all are overseas, well then I hope you guys spend time with your family regardless. You don't need a celebration or a special occasion to spend time with family. You should be doing that every day of the week, every day, every minute of every hour. You know what I'm saying? So. Also, Rod, I used your music on one of my videos and I credited you, so please don't copyright strike me. I'm not gonna copyright strike you. I'm not. I fucking hate the copyright strike shit, bro. I be wanting to put music behind some of my edited videos, but they be like, oh, this is banned in this country, or like this is banned, or like you're not gonna get money off for this. I don't get money off for this shit, period. But it just pisses me off looking at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, no, you're fine. But also, what happened to you? All right, so here's what happened, right? This is gonna be a huge drop of Rod lore, okay? This is what happened. So, ever since my adolescent years, I've always had stomach problems. I've always had something wrong in the stomach abdominal area. Now, when I was younger, it used to be pretty manageable. Like, there was pain. Like, I would have some, like, sharp pain randomly, it would seem, out of nowhere. And it was bad, but it was manageable. And at the time, there would be over-the-counter medical pharmaceuticals that we could use that could calm it down and relieve it. And that was during the time. But as I got older, this was like around like early middle school, like late elementary school, where I started like getting these abdominal pains. But yeah, so I started getting these things, and then I just thought, for the longest time, we chalked it up to it was like just constipation, which looking back at it now is like a pretty ridiculous thing to claim. But we didn't know anything about like any medical. We don't have any medical experience or knowledge to even identify what that is, and we didn't have the money. God, did we not have the money at the time to go to the doctors and have an actual verifiable, a good doctor look at that shit. So we're just like, all right, we just chalked it up to like it might be some constipation or something like that, right? But like here and then, like at least twice every year from then on out, I would get these episodes of like extremely sharp pain in my abdomen, and sometimes I would have to go to the hospital for it. Like this isn't the first time I've been in the hospital for that, and but at the time we wanted to know what it was because we thought it was constipation. But like, come on, like if I got to go to the hospital every time this happens, then like what really is it, right? The doctors didn't know what it was. They were like, oh, that could just happen sometimes. They literally said that. They said, oh, that could just happen sometimes. I'm telling you, we went to the best doctors in the area. Like we went like not like the most rich expensive, but we went to like the most known. When you go to like when you're trying to get the most professional medical advice or knowledge, you go to the city so you can like go to actually decent hospitals. Not like over there like on the minor cities. You go to like the big capital, right? So we went to a bunch of like medical professionals in the big capital, and all of them said the same thing. They were like, I don't know what this is. They're like, I mean, it doesn't look that serious. I think they underplayed how much pain I was in, because at the time I was in a lot of pain, but it was manageable, right? Over time, when I got to high school, it got horrible. Like it was an insufferable pain that I would just pray to God that the over the counter drugs that we had, and my grandma, she had like some traditional like what's the word, I want to say medical supplies, but they were like health supplements from home country in Peru. So we used some of those, and they actually did help. So but the thing is that like it helps, but only as an emergency situation, right? It always helped in an emergency situation, and a lot of times those medicines prevented me from going to the hospital back to back, right? And I thank God it was called Elixir, and I thank God for Elixir because that saved my life so many times. Like it really calmed it down, and it was some crazy stuff. Like what are they even putting that shit? But yeah, so that's what happened, and so I've pretty much been handling that my entire adolescence. But a big thing that happened was towards the end of my senior year. Towards the end of my senior year, and I'm talking like near graduation. This was a week before graduation. I had the worst episode of abdominal pain I've ever had. I'm talking, it was horrible. I'm talking like, it was to the point where like, nobody believed me. It was like, because I've been having so many times, like nobody believed how much pain I was going in. They thought I was like faking it so I can go to the hospital and like, get some medicine. Right, because the medicine in the hospital always helps, like at the end of the day. But the problem is that you gotta go to the hospital, which is just an ungodly amount of money. So when that happened, I was like, I woke up that morning with abdominal pain, and I was like, oh my fucking God, not again, not again. And it just grew gradually. And this was like 3 in the morning, right? I remember this very clearly. This was like 3 in the morning. I woke up, and every time I wake up at 3 a.m. and it's not a nightmare, I just start stressing out. Because it's that abdominal pain again that I don't know what it is. So then I was like, so I woke up and I was like, why did I wake up? I didn't have a nightmare. Oh fuck! Don't tell me it's gonna start hurting. And it did start hurting within like a minute or so of me waking up. It started hurting, and it was bad. It was unbearable. Like I was pulling my hair. Like I might have been like pulling chunks of my hair out. It was horrible. It was like I was Winston pain, but I didn't want to alert anybody at home because I, at the time, felt like such a financial burden, felt like at an all-time low of my self-worth because I was just wasting so much money going to the hospital, in and out of the hospital, because, I've always had these medical issues, and I felt like my family, my mom and dad, did not deserve all this financial issues because of what I was like at the time, like the problems that I had at the time. I feel like I was like burdening them so much that I just felt like it would be easier if I just like died so that I could relieve that burden from them. They don't have to waste so much money on me. That was my mentality at the time because I felt like absolute dog shit. I felt absolutely horrible for like making my parents go through that and having to do like all these financial crises because of me. Like what, like I don't deserve their hospital. I don't deserve anything that they gave me. Like I feel like I'm so undeserving of all the love and the effort that they put in for my survival, for my nourishment, for my nurturing, for everything. I feel like so undeserved of that. So at the time, I felt like if I just die here right now, I think that's the best thing I can do to prevent any of this thing from happening and preventing any more issues down the road. That's what I thought at the time. And I was just so when I woke up that day at 3 a.m. and I had those pains, I just stayed in bed. I stayed in bed and I didn't tell anybody. I was suffering there. I was suffering there in bed. And I remember I was on that bed for like 5, not what it was like 7 hours because I woke up at 3. So I was there till like pretty much like almost midday and I had those pains. And then eventually they walked into my room and they were like, and I couldn't hide the pain. It was horrible. It was absolutely, I can't, I was like, I was pretty much like crouched over in my spot on my, I was like, I was sitting up and I was just like my hand on my stomach and my other hand on my head. And I was just like scratching and I was like fucking yanking my hair and I was just like fucking moving, like desperately moving my fingers through my hair all the time and crushing my skull in because it was that horrible. That was the only way I could tolerate the pain, and it wasn't helping. So they obviously saw that, and they was like, "Oh my, you're having this again? Oh my gosh! Like, what are we gonna do?" And I was like, "Look, I don't want to go to the hospital. Okay, I don't want to go to the hospital." And then they were like, all right, fine. We won't go to the hospital for a couple hours, especially because they partly didn't even believe me. They were. I feel like they were kind of just tired of me being there, and I was like, I know I'm tired too. Because they thought it was like something else that it wasn't, and I'll tell you what it is later. But they thought it was like they thought the reason I was having those attacks, those episodes, was because of my poor choices in health. They thought it was because I was like eating like horrible food, junk food, fast food. They thought it was because of like the unhealthy choices that I was making in my dietary plan. And they were like, oh my gosh, you should have learned this by now. Why did you drink this? Why did you eat this? It was like, like, why did you do this? You know it was going to happen. And so I felt like that was real too. I felt like that's the reason it was happening too. I was like, man, I'm such a fucking idiot. Like, why didn't I learn this again? Like, I feel like I feel like it'd just be better off if I was just gone and I just like died and I was just like, everything would just be so much better. So they were like, all right, well, we'll wait a couple hours and see if you're better. We'll give you the medicine. And they gave me the medicine. It did not work. It did not work that time, no matter what. It did not, and it was so bad that like I drank the medicine before like my parents walked in the room like 7 hours later, like around like 4 or 5 in the morning. It got so bad that I decided to drink that medicine on my own. I drank it, and that shit didn't do anything. The effects didn't do anything. It didn't even alleviate it slightly. It didn't do anything. I had like a spoonful of it because that's like the dosage, and it didn't do anything. So I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I just stood there and I handled the pain for like 5 more hours, up until they came along and they were like, okay, fine, we'll just give him the medicine and then we'll wait a couple hours and see if he's all right. In my mind at the time, I'm like, okay, I already took enough dosage, right? Like this is like the max dosage you should take, okay? I didn't give a fuck about that at the time because I had so much pain. I was in so much pain. I was like, look, just give me another one. Just give me another one. But they didn't know at the time. If they had known that I had taken another one earlier in the morning, they would have never given that to me. But they gave me one this time because they thought it was my first time. So I took it, and it did not help either. Like nothing was working. Like the thing that always helped me, the elixir that always helped me, was not working. And I was just like so fucking, oh my gosh, I was so fucking just messed up. And then we waited a couple hours, and then they went back into my room. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, you still like that? Okay, we gotta go to the hospital now." And I begrudgingly went to the hospital. Like they had to drag me out because I did not want to waste any more of their money. But so we went to the hospital. So as we were driving on the way there, I was like fucking wincing in pain. I was walking, and my grandma was also visiting at the time. I remember this clearly, right? Because it's pretty much deja vu, because she was visiting at the time, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening? What's happening?" And then she was like, "Oh yeah, he always has these stomach pains, and we have to bring him to the hospital." And she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And so now my grandma's worried, and she's crying, and now all this like issues, all these like frustrations, all this sadness is brought about because I feel like I was doing something like because of me, and I just felt like so unworthy, and I felt so bad for causing everybody so much trouble. But it was bad because like when I was going down the stairs and I saw my grandma and I was on the couch and they were ready to get the car ready. I tell you, I tell you, I could not feel my fingers. I could not feel my fingers. My face started to numb, and I was breathing heavily. I was like panting, like I couldn't even breathe. I was like I could not even breathe. Like my fingers were like they were numb. I couldn't feel anything, and then my whole body started going numb, and I was just like I was like I couldn't even fucking breathe. I was like so fucking scared. I was like, oh my gosh. And and it was like, I think the reason they were, I remember like at the time I was like, I was like trying to like, I was like, you know, I can't, I can't feel, I can't. I was like that. It was really like, it was horrible. It was, a boy became Arthur Morgan. It wasn't even, I wasn't even coughing blood. It wasn't even like that. It was like, I was like going numb. And at the time, my parents didn't understand what was going on because it's completely different symptoms of what I usually have. And then, and then I told him I was like, yeah, it's because you know I took some of the medicine in the morning and it didn't work, so I thought it was just I thought you know, and they were like, oh my gosh, so we gave him two, oh my gosh, so I pretty much it was pretty much the effects of an overdose of the medicine that I was having in the morning, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and so they rushed me to the car, and then they drove fast to the hospital because I couldn't feel anything and I was just like I was about to pass out and it got so bad. On the way there, I was like pretty much fighting to stay awake. I was pretty much fighting to stay conscious, but I kind of wasn't. I kind of wanted to accept what it was. I wanted to accept the fact. I felt like that position that I was in, just like almost gone mentally, on the passenger seat of the minivan that we was in, rushing to the hospital, and I was just looking out the window, and I remember I made the effort to put my headphones in because I wanted to listen to music, and the first song that pulled up was "Peaceland" by New Javes, and I was just listening to that because I barely had the effort of like I didn't want to change either. It was a nice song, so I was like that was what I was on. I clicked on it, and it was like, okay, so I was listening to music. And I was looking outside the window, and there was just like a field, like a grange, a ranch of like it was like a farmland, and it was just like greenness from as far as the eye can see, because we were like at a spot that was kind of rural, right? And it was just like just a huge stretch of farmland, and it was a gray sky, and I remember like the gray sky and like these like gray clouds, and I remember thinking, because I was like my consciousness was slipping away, and I felt weak, and I felt like I was gonna die at that point. I felt like I was really gonna pass away at that point. So at that moment, I thought to myself, you know, I think this is it right here. I think I'll just look at this. This is like a nice. This is a nice thing to look at before I die. You know, and I like my eyelids were like pretty much closing. They were like, I was like struggling to keep them open. They were like closing and everything like. So and I felt at that moment, I felt at peace. I felt like, okay, this is my chance. So to stop being a problem, to stop being such an issue in this family, and to relieve everybody of all this pain, this sorrow that I've caused them. So I'll just this is it. This is my opportunity. I can just die right here, and I'll be happy. That was it, right? So and as I was closing my eyelids, the car went over a bump or went over a pothole. I don't know what it was, but the car bumped up. It was like a moderate bump up, and it just like kicked me back awake. Because I felt it right then and there. If I had closed my eyes at that moment, I would have been gone. I would not be here. I would not be here. May I stand unshaken? Oh, I'll miss the crash, oh world. May I stand unshaken. I literally did that though. My eyes were closing and I did my final breath. I was like, I did my final breath and I was about to. I think right then and there I could have died. But if it wasn't for that bump, I would not be here. Because I just kind of kicked me awake. That kicked me awake, and I was like, okay, I'm still back here, and I felt kind of disappointed because I was like, it could have really just been over right there. But I was still awake, and the pain, but after that, I started feeling a little bit again, like my hands, they weren't as numb anymore. Like I started I was able to move them and wiggle them a lot more, and then my face stopped being a lot less numb. And after that, I stopped being numb. It stopped. After that, it just stopped. But with that numbness, returned the painness. Because that shit, with that numbness, returned all that pain that I was feeling. Because that's why I died peacefully. Because I had you guys gotta understand, I was pretty much 11, 12 hours of constant pain. I wanted to die. I wanted that to be over. I wanted the pain to just be over and for me to just stop feeling any sort of that type of pain. So when that happened, when that numbness happened and it took my pain away, and I saw that beautiful scenery, and I was ready to go. I was ready to die. I was ready to die right then and there. So when it didn't, I was just kind of concerned. And then the numbness went away, and then the pain went back, and then I wasn't even sleepy anymore. I wasn't tired. I wasn't exhausted. I was just in pain again. And so we rushed into the hospital, and then they put me on medication again. They were like, oh no, he just got out of this thing, so I don't know if we should give him more medication, but they did it anyways. And I was like, just let him do it. And then and then they gave me this medication, and then it was some painkillers, and then the pain went away. And then I had to go into surgery immediately. Immediately I had to go into surgery. The clutch of death. Pretty much. It was the Grim Reaper. Death had his hand, and he had a good grasp on my soul. I don't know what it was. Some divine intervention from above, or whatever it was, some major coincidence. I don't know. The forces of the universe made that push, made that bump up, and his grasp just shook, and it just went away. It went away. That's what it was. It was on. It was on. Who saved me from death that day? On, dude. It was on. It's crazy. They didn't believe. Wait. They didn't believe. Oh, my fault. Let me look at some of the comments before I finish the story. Fuck the American healthcare. Right? Some bullshit, man. It really made me it reduced my self-worth to a financial number. And it felt like since I was being such a financial burden to my parents, I was just my worth didn't matter. Why am I even doing this? Could be a gas problem? No, I'm gonna get there. Sometimes in life, gas, stuck in shit, severe pain. It actually wasn't that. It was not that, but let's see. Probably forgot the city killed. Rod went through that pain just for his family. I couldn't respect anyone more than you for that, Rod. I appreciate that for real. I really do. But I think you kind of. I'll explain that later. But I really do appreciate that. But I'll explain why I kind of have mixed feelings about that. But so when we're at the hospital, I had to go to operation surgery immediately. They saw that I was in pain. They were like, "Oh my god! We gotta get this motherfucker in surgery immediately. We gotta see what the problem is, right?" I think they put me to a couple scans. I don't remember at the time because I was so in pain. I was so woozy. I mean, the medication made me all woozy and everything. I don't remember much of what happened, but I think they put through me a bunch of exams. And then the day of the operation, they had to put me through under anesthesia, which is I said the day of the operation because all this stuff happened so fast. Because I remember I woke up in the morning, but then it was But then we went to the hospital around like night. It was all such a blur to me that I'm kind of trying to remember the exact time it happened. But I remember I was in the car. It wasn't night. It was like it might have been like 4 or 5 because it was still bright outside. Well, not bright. It was still gray outside, so it wasn't night. So yeah, that happened. And then like by the time it was like 9 or 10 at night, they had to do surgery, right? So they made me sign a bunch of waivers, and then they put me through anesthesia. They put me through anesthesia, and then I was just like, and then the operation happened. Obviously, you don't know anything what happens under anesthesia, but the operation happened, and then I woke up. I remember waking up from that operation. I remember I woke up, and they were looking like I was like strapped up to like the hospital bed, and I was kind of like I was upwards. They made the hospital bed upwards, and I was strapped up, and then there was like and then they were like the nurses were like, "Oh, he's waking up. He's finally waking up. Look at that. That's finally great. He's waking up." And I remember I was like, I was looking left, then I looked right, and then I was just like, just get me off of this thing. Just get me off of it. I remember I was like just started yanking like the shit off, like the restraints. I was like, just get me off of me. And I was just like, I just want to go home. I was like panicking so bad. I was like, I just want to go. Just get. I was like yanking shit off. Like, and they were like, oh my gosh. They're like, oh my gosh. Sedate him. Because I was like, I was ready to about just rip everything off of my arms, and I was ready to just go. But they were like, sedate him, and then they sedated me, and I was just like, oh shit, fuck. And then, it was some crazy shit. It really was. And then the on type shit. How is that on type shit? How is that on type shit? All right, I don't want to bore y'all with the semantics or like with the details. So let me just get to like pretty much the operation was they saw the CT scans or whatever. They saw what was in my body. It was stones. It was gallstones. They were in my gallbladder. And the reason, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why they weren't able to diagnose it. After all the doctors that I went through, they weren't able to diagnose that at all because gallstones for somebody who was 18 years old at the time, who was also a male, is just so unlikely. It's so incredibly. Gallstones are more likely in way older people. I'm talking like 60 years old. But if they happen when you're younger, they usually happen in women. So for me to be a guy with gallstones, like at that age, at 18, was pretty much like, I'm not going to say it was unheard of, but it was very rare. It was very rare. I think I looked it up. I think less than 1 million people at that age with being male, less than 1 million people get that. Like, I think it was something like that. What stones? Gallstones, gallbladder stones. It was in my gallbladder. That's why every time I ate food, sometimes it would bring the pain because what had happened was there was a stone lodged in between the little tube that connects the gallbladder to the what's the other organ? I think it was the not the pancreas or whatever other organ it connects to. It was there was a stone, like a big fat stone, just there, and whenever like my body like did the natural contractions, it would go against the stone. And so the tube, that little small narrow ass tube would go against and contract against the stone, and it would hurt. That's what caused the pain. It was like, bro would degrease his pizza because of this. I do. Don't you have a gif of me degreasing pizza? Yeah, because I remember like I was very careful. Hey, what's going on, Maddie? What's going on? What's going on, Maddie? How you doing? Thank you for joining the pod. I'm just explaining what happened. You're actually right at the time. I mean, pretty much to sum it up. Yeah, so I had stones in my gallbladder, and there was one lodged into the tube. It was really bad, and that's why I had so much pain because it was like lodged in that tube, and whenever like the organ contracted, that tube contracted, it got smaller, and it just went against the pressure of the rock, and that's where the pain happened. So they did a procedure where they saw the scans, and they were like, oh my gosh, this motherfucker's gallbladder is just get that shit. Just get that shit out of here, bro. That shit was so fucked up, full of rocks. They were like, how the fuck did this motherfucker even survive this? They told me when I got up and I was okay. They told me, how did you even survive that? They were like, you'd be lucky you got to the hospital when you did. because if you didn't, you really could have died. Because they told me it was close to erupt. They said it was like the tube had like the stretch marks so much that it was about to like just burst. And if it burst, then I would have just died right there because I would have died from infection. So, but unfortunately enough, you can live without the gallbladder. So they just did an operation where they removed it, and I didn't have to worry about the stones anymore. I had to worry about the stones, so they were like, okay, yeah. So I did the operation, and then I had a long recovery period. But fortunately enough, it wasn't too long because I was worried the whole time whether or not I was going to go to graduation or not. Because this happened during the time where like high school graduation, and my grandma was here, and I really wanted to be there. Well, not really. I was kind of just like, whatever, man. I don't care about graduation. I remember being like, I don't care about graduation. I don't even want to go. But my grandma was there. So I made the effort to go because I was like, all right, she's here. You know, she obviously, you know, she wants to like, obviously I got to go to the celebration. No, because she's here, I got to like, you know. But at the time, I remember just feeling like, man, I don't even want to be here. Like, it's just like, what am I doing? I remember, like, I was seriously worried that, like, I had to bring a cane to graduation. Fortunately, I didn't have to because, like, a day before the graduation march, I brought the cane. It was like this funny looking duck cane. It was like this funny looking metal duck cane that I got. I had to use that cane for graduation walk practice. And I was walked so I could, because you know you have to practice like 3 days before the actual graduation. And I brought the cane then. But thankfully, the day before graduation, I felt better that I didn't have to like use that cane to walk, so I could just walk like a normal person. So that was great. But I still had like a little like discomfort in my stomach and everything like that. But yeah, so I remember I went to graduation, but I don't want to go over the details, even though I went over so many details so far. But pretty much, I thought since that day, gallbladder stones were gonna be no problem. I was Christmas shopping a couple weeks ago. I was Christmas shopping with my parents and my brothers and you know my grandma, and then we went to the Barnes Noble and we were looking at some presents, and then out of nowhere, I felt a pain that I haven't felt in 5 years. 5 years. And it was the same exact pain as that gallbladder thing. And it was in the middle of the Barnes Noble. And I was like, oh shit. And I felt it. And I pretty much just like fell on one knee with my hand on my stomach. And it was hurting bad. It was hurting bad, man. And so then I was like, what is this? So we went home and we were like, all right, this can't be the gallstones. So like, what is this? What are we dealing with now? But they gave me the same medicine, right? And it didn't work. It didn't work. So they were like, oh my gosh, it's not working, and the pain is just getting worse. So I was there for like 6 hours just waiting there, hoping the thing would get better. All right, bro, Pancake, I'm about to straight up just put you in timeout or something if you keep spamming, bro. It's like distracting the shit out of me, man. Like you've done, like this is like what, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bro. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I might not even tell the story no more. You know what? I might not even tell a story no more. That shit kind of pissed me off. 10 times? I'll allow like 3 to 5 times. I'll allow 3 to 5 times. 10 times? I won't. Long story short, they found stones again. But it wasn't the gallbladder. So like, how the fuck are there gonna be stones without the gallbladders? How you gonna have gallstones? There was stones building up on the tube leading to the pancreas, I think, or something like that. And then they had to do another procedure, another operation, and pretty much, yeah, that happened. Yeah, so pretty much what happened. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jason, you already know. I called Jason at the time. Jason and Gabe at the time. They were like, oh, okay, what's up? Just so like nobody worries, cause like this shit, me going to the hospital, that ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. I go in and out of the hospital, like the burger joint. I can't be talking about no burgers, bro. Them should be greasy. I should probably fucking up my stones. But that's pretty much what happened. But I feel much better now. It was a long process, but I feel much better now. I do have more to the story, but I don't want to bore y'all anymore, and I don't want Joker fucking spamming that shit in chat. So we'll just play the game. I want to play the game. I'm ready to play the game. Oh my gosh. Alright, don't mind, I already know. Say it again. How did the stones occur? So the stones just naturally build up. They said I was genetically predisposed. to build stones, because otherwise that wouldn't have happened. This doesn't happen to anybody. There's like, look, I am not a big dude. I'm like a pretty skinny guy. You know what I'm saying? I do eat a lot, but I'm a skinny guy. But there are people who are bigger than me, right? Who've never had stones at my age. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people who never get stones till like much later in life. And they eat anything, you know what I'm saying? There are people who don't take care of their body, you know what I'm saying? But like, this happened to me, and I'm just like some scrawny kid, you know what I'm saying? So like, I obviously like don't eat like an abundance of grease, sugar, and all that stuff. I obviously don't do that, because like, so then how could this happen to me? I'm just genetically predisposed to build up stones, and that's just all it is. And so I had those gallstones when I was younger. I'm talking like I was really young when I had this. That's why I had to go to the hospital so many times. It was an emergency, because I've had this since I was like early middle school. So like I've had them really young. So I was just like, but out of everybody in my family, they've never had gallstones. It was just me. I just had a bad luck card. Like I just had bad RNGs. I just had bad luck, I guess, because like I was just genetically more likely to form stones. So even like the littlest amount of grease would form like a rock, would form a boulder compared to other people. So yeah, so that's all it is. Oh, Zoe MC Ortega. Yo, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Where have I seen you before? This isn't the first time I've seen you. Where have I seen you, Zoe? I could have sworn I've seen you before, but sorry, you're in the middle of me explaining why I had to go to the hospital in an emergency. Why I haven't been streaming for 2 weeks. But how you doing? How you doing, Zoe? Well, if I haven't formally introduced myself, let me do it right now. My name is Rod Pod, pilot of the pod. Right here is our escape pod, and we escape our problems, our issues, our responsibilities, anything that is issuing us on Earth, anything that is worrying, what the fuck, worrying? Anything that is worrying us down on Earth, we don't even have to worry about it, because we're going to launch off into outer space where those problems don't exist. And that's what it is. So I want everybody in the pod now, immediately, because we're about to launch off. Everybody welcome Zoe MC Ortega. Welcome, Zoe. You are welcome to the pod. And I'm going to say it once, and I'm going to start the pod now, okay? And as I always say, in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter the escape pod. We're going to the beyond. Let's go! To the escape pod! Come on, let's go to outer space! We take it off! Let's go! Zoe's the new one in the chat, okay? Good shit! Thank you everybody for being in the pod! But I'm back! Oh my gosh, it feels so good to say that! It feels damn good to say that! Oh my gosh. Come on, man. I'm ready to go through this city. The king has returned to the city, and we're back as the Phantom Thieves. The Raw Squad has returned, and guess what? We're back! Yeah! We back, motherfuckers! That's what the fuck I'm talking about! We back! We fucking back! Yo! Yo, we fucking back. Oh my gosh, man. Alright, but yeah. Long story short, I had gallstones. I thought they were over with, but they came back. This was the Gallstones Part 2, the sequel. Pretty much, and yeah, so I feel way better now, obviously. We made a special opening for the alt account. I don't know if that was a special opening, but I always like to introduce myself. I always like to introduce myself when there's always a new person in the pod. You know what I'm saying? So that's always what I do. I always try to like say the escape pod thing, but I just made that in unison with the intro to the escape pod. Because to be honest, I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. SpongeBob head ass. All right, y'all. As a celebration for this new streaming year, as we can finally celebrate, I gotta open a can of taro. I gotta open a can of boba. You know what I'm saying? Or do y'all want to chill? Let's chill the thieves then for a little bit. Let's chill the thieves then, just as a little celebration for the new streaming year. Thank you, everybody. My boy Akira Gurzu. A new award? Yeah, my new award was that we streamed For a year! We were streaming for a year, man. It's been more than a year since we started streaming. It's unimaginable. I want to thank every single one of y'all in the pod. Every single one of y'all for a wonderful year of streaming. I truly do. I truly am thankful to every single person in the pod, man. I can't even begin to express how much y'all mean to me, how much this escape pod means to me, how much that everybody feels comfortable in the pod. I can't even begin to express how thankful I am. Truly. So yeah, let's just have a good time and celebrate. I'm finna be drinking some boba, bro. Y'all can drink whatever, man. It's in the pod. We got the vending machine right over there. Rod, turn into Makoto. Motherfucker, what? I think you got the wrong person, bro. You got the wrong. I not turn into David Makoto, bro. This motherfucker is so down bad. Rod, turn into Makoto right now. Man, hell fuck nah, bro. What are you talking about? Rod, on! No! These motherfuckers are so down bad, bro. I don't even think I have Makoto, to be honest. On for the anniversary, bro. I am not gonna be on for the anniversary, bro. We're celebrating on. I'm not gonna be her. What the heck? I'm not finna be an e-girl. I don't even think I have Makoto. I don't even have Makoto. Yeah. I thought I would have been, but like, oh no, that's Morg. Yeah, that's Morg right there. Yeah. So tough luck for all you motherfuckers. I ain't giving a fucking Morg, bro. These motherfuckers finna be down bad in the comments section if I ever do turn into one of them, man. These motherfuckers like, get Makoto. I wanna play some Tycoon, bro. They worse than me with Kawakami. Real shit. Jason down bad with Kawakami too, bro. Like, sound horrendous. Also, you should check out a Pokemon video. I used your music. Pokemon video? Hold up. Let me check. Let me see if I can I pause this. Here we go. Yeah. Is it on a short? Is it a short? I just hear a bunch of Persona 5 music. Bro, there's so many Pokemon ones. What the fuck? Persona 5 Brain Rock cover is crazy. Been edging all along. Rizzing, mogging, queso. Like Duke Dennis. Without jelking. Without a grimace shake. A real question to be asked. Am I Sigma? I'm a looks maxer. In a beta's world. Please don't stop my mewing. I'm watching Skibidi. I'm a looks maxer. Mogged, I show speed. Please don't take off my Riz. My Skibidi. Alright, bro. Good shit, man. Good shit on the Pokemon video. Oh my goodness. Anyways, is the stream still up? What the fuck? Why is this shit bugging? Bugging. Alright. Oh man, what was we doing in this game, bro? Oh my gosh, it feels like forever, bro. Should we play some Tycoon? Y'all wanna play Tycoon? I'm down. Hey, what's going on with them down there? What's going on with them down there? On Ryuji? And that boy Morg? What y'all talking about over there? What y'all talking about, man? What's going on? Wait, Morg, how is there a bus of you and also you? What the fuck? What kind of shit is that? Hey, what's going on? Damn me up, Ryuji! Damn me up! Oh my god. Damn me alone! Damn me up! That shit got crazy, yo! Lil Paul, my man. Lil Paul, little bro. Lil Paul, bro. Lil Paul, bro. Yeah! Lil Paul. Alright, Morg. Alright, Morg. Look at this, motherfuckers. What are we doing here? What's the celebration? Oh, we celebrate 1 year of the pod? That's crazy. That's crazy. What are we talking about? It was wild the first time I saw this. Who knew that that guy could transform? Oh, that motherfucker, Morg? Yeah, he's right there. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's on. It's tucked to on. Bro, on is right there. Yes, she's right there, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. There's no saving this dude Pancake with his on Simpri, bro. There's no saving. I would like to say that Potato's right up there with Makoto too, but like, this not even close to Pancake's down battery with on. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you mean that thing we talked about?
Oh yeah, you talking about the 1 year streaming on anniversary? Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. I appreciate all y'all motherfuckers. I really do. That's what we talking about. Look, thank for on. Look at on always being the GOAT. Reminding me, just remembering everybody that it's the 1 year streaming anniversary. Hell yeah. Hell fuck yeah. Did you practice that little routine, Morgana? Don't be ridiculous. It's not like I spent time preparing. Oh, they're talking about their special attack. Bro. Ain't no way, man. It's not like I spent time preparing. Don't worry about it, bro. We didn't have time to prepare. We had an emergency, a medical emergency. I didn't have time to prepare anything special for y'all today, unfortunately. But that don't matter because as long as we're in the pod together, that's all the celebration I need. That's all the celebration I need. Oh, so you came up with that on the spot. It's kind of weird too, isn't it? I don't know what it was, but I did came up with it on the spot, you know what I'm saying? I just be thinking, you know, I just be thinking on. I be thinking. More, come on, don't start hating now. We celebrating, okay? 1 year streaming. It's pretty big. Yeah, there you go. Turn that front upside down. Let's celebrate. Don't play dumb with me. Oh, this motherfucker. What's going on? Let's just give him this one. All right, yeah. Just let me. Come on, man. I ain't got time to prep or celebrate for anything. All right, just let me get this one. Thank you, Ryuji. Thank you, man. Man, the homies. We're missing Yusuke and Makoto, but the homies are here nonetheless. The OG4. I would never pick Kawakami over Ryuji. Bros before hoes. Real shit. Rod, I got a question. What's your question? I swear to God, if it's on-related in any shape, way, or form, if it's on-related, I swear to God. If he's gonna say, oh, can we hang out with on? I swear to God, bro. I know he was typing it. I know he was typing it. I know for a fact he was typing that shit. It's that bossa nova beats. I'm with my squad and we're gonna meet the realest motherfuckers in the galaxy. And you'll see just how much all my squad, all my friends and family are there when I need them to be. Real shit! Yeah! Oh my gosh. Yo, do you speak Spanish in your normal life or your family? Bro, that's cap. I knew he was not gonna ask that. I knew he was. He erased all he wrote and he put that shit instead. But all right. Do you speak to your? Oh, I speak with my family. I speak to my mom, dad, and my grandma in Spanish. Everybody else, I pretty much speak in English. My brothers and sisters, I speak in English. Yeah, that's all it is. All right, y'all. Thank you for being. Thank everybody here. Let me do my announcements. Thank you everybody here for being on the 1 year streaming anniversary of the pod. You know, thank you, press. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Just a little press, man. Thank you, everybody. It has officially been 1 year of streaming in the Escape Pod, and I want to thank every single person in the pod. Every single person in the pod for stepping foot in the pod for the first year. Thank you so much to everybody, and I want to congratulate not just you, us. Everybody in this pod, I want to congratulate. Thank wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank God because, man, I'm alive here to celebrate it. I am so grateful for all these opportunities that I had. Man, I swear, I'm going to tell y'all this and I'm going to tell y'all now. Like I told y'all, when I thought I was going to die, back then, those 5 years ago, I really wish I did. I thought it was an opportunity for me to leave this world in the most perfect way and not be any more of a burden to anybody. But little did I know then that same opportunity wasn't meant for that. It wasn't a chance for me to get rid of myself and think it would be easier for everybody else because of that. That was an opportunity that gave me the world. And I swear I've lived so much life in those 5 years, and I can't feel anything but grateful for that time that I was given. That time that I was, since that fateful day, I can't feel anything but grateful because there's so much wonderful life that I've lived. And I want to thank every single one of y'all for being a part of it. That's some real shit. True and true. But enough with all that sentimental stuff. Let's celebrate, okay? Let's fucking celebrate. I know, you know, we all know. We want to be playing the game. You know what? That's crazy! Hold up! We are in outer space right now! This is the escape pod! How did we not see it before? This is the escape pod! The Thieves' Den is the escape pod! Oh my goodness! That's insane! I didn't even think about that! Bro, I didn't even know we were in space right now! No! Yo, my life is like poetry for real, bro. My life is like poetry for real, bro. I didn't even expect. I didn't even think this place had a roof. Like a see-through roof. Little did I know we were in the escape pod the whole time. This is it right here. The Thieves' Den. Yo, that is insane. That is insane. Bro, the poetry just writes itself. I don't have any words for this. We've flown in space right now. Like I always said we were. Like I always said we are. Right now. I don't think I ever heard Rod say anywhere in Spanish except for Mama Huevo. That's because I don't have to. It's like I don't have to. It's like I'm more comfortable in English, to be honest with you. Like I'm way more comfortable in English than in Spanish. Like my Spanish is like, I'm being generous, say my Spanish is like at a good 70%. It might be 60. Like it's not great. I can communicate, but not efficiently sometimes. Rod, sadly I gotta leave. It's getting late. Hey man, Potato, I thank you for being in the pod. Real shit, bro. We were in outer space this whole time. That's insane to me. But thank you to everybody. I don't have words to express, to articulate just how grateful I am. And I hope we have plenty more escape pods. I really do. I really, really do. We in outer space right now. I can't even believe it. Real shit, bro. Yeah, man. Potato, I'm gonna see you later, alright, bro? You take care of yourself, okay? You take care of yourself. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season in case I don't see you. Because you never know with my life. You never know when an emergency might arise. Let's not jinx it, but thank you. Thank you, everybody. Truly. I'm going to launch an escape pod sequence so that he can have an own personal escape pod back down to Earth. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Beep boop, beep boop, 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 boop. Alright, Potato. Now launching Potato back down to Earth. Alright, Potato. We'll see you later. You take care of yourself. You have a good one. You have a very nice day. I hope the very best for you. I hope you have a good New Year. I hope you got good New Year. See you later. Peace. And go in peace. And spread peace. Farts in pod and leaves. Good thing we already sealed that pod up. Good thing we already pushed him in the pod. That motherfucker can take that his whole ride home is gonna be with that nasty stank smell that he made, bro. I can't even hear him no more, bro. The poor guy, you can't even hear his screams. My shit is at 1%. Alright, Jason, if you head out too, bro, I appreciate you for being here, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna see you later too, then. I'm gonna make you and Potato share a pod. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Oh my gosh, but yeah. I will see you later, bro. Surprise. But man, this is crazy. Look at this. We're in outer space the whole time, man. That's crazy. That's fucking insane. Alright, let's play the game. Let's play whatever little we have in the game. Look at our memories. Look at our memories. This is insane to me. Ah, man. Yo. This is what I imagine escape pod to be, bro. Gotta have a bunch of our concept arts, you know what I'm saying? with the fucking stars message. Oh, my bad. I didn't see it. My bad. I finally done a Final Fantasy on the PC. Oh, great. That's cool. Which Final Fantasy are you playing? 7? But, yeah, with that being said, I thank y'all for everything. Let's continue with the game. I know y'all want to continue with the game. I do it too. Leave the escape pod. We'll leave a thieves den portion of the escape pod, but we don't go anywhere yet. We still gotta play the game. Okay, what are we doing in this game, bro? I forgot. I can't say that we back there again, bro. Come on. That's reserved for once per pod. That energy reserved once per pod. Let's see how far we are in the game. 1 year later. We are 111 hours and 52 minutes in the game. 1 year later. That's insane. And we're only finished Kanashiro. We only just finished the 3rd palace. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Did you hear the calling card was real? What was I doing? What was I in the middle of doing? Oh, I think I didn't save. Right, I didn't save. I forgot, like, I didn't save.